PewDiePie would end up calling another player the N-word.
What a fuck.
Immediately realizing his mistake.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
But
Let's get ready to rumble.
What's up, it's your boy AntiiUP in the spot with another banger in the pot. Let's cook, man. Wow. Oh my goodness. All I have to say is thank you. Y'all been subscribing. I appreciate it. Like, no Diddy, I had freaking 56 subscribers like 2 days ago. I got double. That's crazy. Appreciate y'all. Like, for real, y'all have no idea. Thank you. I broke 100. That's big for me, okay? So NGL, this video's got some pull. This dude posted this a day ago, and it's, look at that. Oh my God. How an apology determines a reputation? Interesting. Man, what apologies have we got? You know, the YouTubers always doing something, slipping up. They gotta apologize for something. Like right now with the whole Mr. Beast thing, he seems a little unapologetic, but at the same time, it might be difficult for him to process how to come about this whole situation.
from apologizing after falsely accusing someone
I'm sorry we got this wrong.
to taking accountability when you don't have to.
I am sorry. I am so...
That right there, the game theory dude, man, W him. He did not have to apologize for like saying he's gonna be leaving the platform. Like, bro's been putting in work for a hot minute. I even watch him. He's cool. If you haven't seen this guy, go watch his videos. I'm just saying, he does cool stuff. So I don't think he has to apologize, and I don't think he needs to be grouped with the people I feel like are going to be in this video.
so sorry.
Here's how an apology can make you loved or hated. Starting with comedy YouTuber The Manny Show, whose apology would change everything
I don't
after
know
he
him.
abused the copyright system, targeting a commentary channel, Ingween.
This morning, my Manny Show video just got smited. The video in question that was taken down is why everyone hates the Manny Show.
Given that Ingween was following copyright laws, Manny was now in hot water.
I'm sorry, I have zero context on that situation. I'll tell you what I know when it pops up, but I don't know about this guy.
Manny is taking it too far, bro. The Manny Show better pull out the ukulele and start singing for us.
Yeah,
Even
like, what did he
Penguin
do?
Zero commented on the situation.
13 seconds
Bro comments on everything, bro. W Penguins.
To the video was enough to lead the Manny Show to strike the entire fucking channel here. That's some filthy fish paste right there.
But 10 days later, Manny offered an explanation and an apology.
Ahead of VidCon, I hired an agent to help me manage my monetization sharing, and they went beyond by filing a copyright claim on Ngween's video. To those outraged by this, I am genuinely sorry with what has happened.
Along with correcting the mistake.
I immediately fired the agent and contacted YouTube to
What happened? I don't know what happened, guys. Like, something went out of proportion from the looks of this. I don't know.
reinstate the video and make things right with Ngween. But at the end of the day, it is my name on the channel. I hired the agent and I take full responsibility.
Manny made no excuses, and this honest approach got him forgiveness. I
W.
appreciate him making a genuine apology. You can
Yeah.
tell he meant it. This is possibly the greatest apology I've seen on this app, including from Penguin Zero.
Legitimately, this is a really good response to the whole thing.
Right.
Probably one of the best I've seen.
Now, the Manny Show's back to making comedic skits with an extra 500,000 subscribers.
Oh
but
my
where
God.
Manny's apology cleared his name, Keemstar apologized to avoid a defamation lawsuit. In January 2016, Drama Alert host Keemstar would allege RuneScape streamer RS Glory and Gold was actually John Phillips, a man who'd committed a heinous crime.
John Phillips, 54, of Finchburg, Massachusetts, is accused of having sex with a 13-year-old Michigan girl. John
Oh, Schoolboy 9. We got another one. Smart Schoolboy. We got one. The EDP 449 Club. Join it, man. But can you really allege something on somebody without actually having full information? But at the same time, why am I saying that when I don't have all the information?
was arrested for this, and he recently got out of jail, and the first thing he did was...
Bro's in jail? And why has he got that Burger King freaking crown on? What's up with that? You seen Step Brothers where they wear the suits to a PE teacher interview? And it's funny at first, but then they kind of show who they are. And then Seth Rogen's like, okay, the suits seem fucked up. That's the vibes right here, I'm just saying.
Stream RuneScape.
But this turned out to be completely false.
My name's Sir Tony Ray, and
Bro got a 3 cup of teeth. Oh,
I'm
you can't see
coming
him.
to you on Glory and Gold.
And once Tony showed an ID to prove his innocence, the internet
Sorry y'all can't see him.
Internet turned against Keemstar. Defamation is illegal. I hope this is taken to court. You guys literally just bullied the nicest person ever in the history of Twitch, and by the end of the day, Keem was desperate to put out the fire.
Earlier today, someone on my news team provided me with a story that I thought was vetted, that I thought was correct, and it wasn't. It was wrong. And this isn't a little fuck up. This is a big fuck up. This is a serious big fuck up. The guy that works for me is no longer working for me. And any damages that we've caused this guy, Tony, that we are going to take care of.
But viewers did not buy the apology.
My
you asked your
God.
team for confirmation on the story's legitimacy after you reported it? Fortunately for Keem, however,
I think sometimes you can get caught up in the moment and just say something, especially if he's streaming. You just look at something and you just shoot fire. Like, it's easier to just say something without having the full context of the situation.
Tony did not press charges, letting the YouTuber escape without major consequences. But while Keem was happy to dodge accountability, MatPat went out of his way to take accountability. On June 5th, 2022, MatPat shared his theory about Five Nights at Freddy's books having a scrapped alternate reality game.
Maybe, just maybe, it could have been that they were intentionally designed to set up secret puzzles that we were meant to solve, and those puzzles never got fully realized. I believe that Scott was planning to use this final book as a launching point, the start of a real-world treasure hunt. I need you to help me either solve this thing once and for all, or debunk it.
Of course, this was just a theory, but fans were enthusiastic. A bit too enthusiastic.
I was just about to say that, man. This is a theory. It's in the name of the game. Like, how are you gonna take it that serious? It's a game theory. Of course it's not gonna be 100% accurate.
I work in a small diner in southern Utah, and we got 17 calls over my shift asking if we were Fazbears. Like, come on, y'all. It's common sense. Don't be harassing people over something that may not even be real. Prompting MatPat to address the situation just 4 days after his video.
To the loyal theorists watching this video, stop. Cannot make that clear enough. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but this is not the way to do things. It is never acceptable to call someone or their place of business to look for lore in a video game.
On top of ending the treasure hunt, MatPat held himself accountable,
Y'all are dedicated.
apologizing for those affected.
This is me formally saying to those business owners, those members of the community, individuals who may have felt harassed or burdened by this, I am sorry.
Yeah.
I am so sorry.
Oh, that sucks. You say something and then somebody else acts on the behalf of what you said, and then now you're responsible for something you said that ends up blowing up. That's tough.
Sorry, it was never my intention to cause issues for people or businesses. I want to make it very clear that if and when we reference ARGs on the channel, that there is going to be a clear set of guidelines that every single person should be aware of and follow. We've never had this sort of issue come up in the past.
They're gonna have to put a disclaimer in the beginning of the video. Do not take this serious.
But now that it's here, it's time that we move forward as responsible human beings.
This ethical approach earned him a lot of love. Huge respect to Matt and the crew for addressing this. Now, this is the proper YouTube apology.
W responsibility.
And not the basic trend half-assed ones, demonstrating why he is so beloved even after his retirement. Unlike Linus, whose ego turned his own fans against him. On June 24th, 2023, Linus Tech Tips would test Billet Labs' prototype GPU cooling block and declare his verdict loud and clear.
The best case scenario for this thing is the temps are slightly better, but the experience of building with it is a nightmare, and the advantages over literally any other solution are negligible.
There was just one problem. He tested the product incorrectly. Felix from Billet Labs here. The block was specifically designed for a 3090 Ti, not a 4090. Despite Billet Labs' comment,
bro didn't do his research, and then he had a verdict on falsified information.
Linus refused to retest.
Nothing that obeys the laws of physics would have changed the...
Oh, and then he refused to reevaluate even after people gave him the evidence that he needed in the first place. That is actually wrong. That's where he messed up right there. Like, bro, you cannot make a claim and then somebody says, hey, this is actually the information you should have used, and then say, I don't really care about that, this is how I feel about it, and then post it on YouTube where millions of people are gonna judge. Like, it's, oh, that's wrong, bro.
Conclusion, which is that This is not a product to buy.
Worse, when the company asked for the prototype back, Linus and his team agreed before auctioning it off instead, enraging viewers. Unbelievable how a big company like LTT can F up so badly, and the behavior after it was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
it
that's
breaks
like
my
rubbing
heart
it
how they
in.
mistreated Billet Labs. A public apology is in place. Linus would post one, although 2 months later, featuring his entire team.
I'm speaking today because of the recent community outcry demanding change.
I agree with the community, so I'm putting my foot down. Effective immediately, all YouTube video production is on pause.
I want to apologize to Billet Labs for auctioning off their monoblock at LTX 2023. Our processes failed when I was selecting items to include in the charity auction.
With Linus only appearing at the end.
It's honestly really hard.
He should have been the first one and then had his whole entire team come behind him. Pause. Why would you put your team first to apologize when you're the face of the company and you're the one who had the accusation? Like, what?
When people take an internal process error and then they run that all the way to Linus is a thief and wants to auction someone else's intellectual property. The second that I was made aware of the situation, on the 14th, I emailed Billet Labs and I explained what happened, offering no questions asked, full compensation for their stated value of the product.
Linus then addressed his refusal
But you
to
didn't
retest.
To not
restore
bother
their...
retesting the monoblock, that was obviously wrong. I owe you guys better, and I'm sorry.
But his fans didn't receive the corporate apology well. The way this was recorded, it almost seems like the words they spoke were put into their mouths and not their own words. Regardless of whether Linus had any ill intent, his mismanagement cost him 200,000 subscribers and his position.
Well, regardless how people feel about it, he needs to apologize, and for the sake of his company, the best action was to have all the devs come up and basically say, hey, this is what's wrong. We have noted it and we apologize for it. It's the most professional thing to do. Although it seems unwarranted, it's really protecting the company when everybody takes responsibility. It kind of sucks, but...
position as CEO of his company. In contrast to Pokimane, whose apology changed nothing. On August 19th, 2020, Pokimane posted a video titled My Apology.
I know this video is long overdue.
She got an apology video too?
I planned a vacation for around this time, but I honestly should not have taken any time off prior to acknowledging or addressing or apologizing for these things.
The reason...
I think I do know. Did she use the unauthorized end pass? I think that's how her and Gideon became friends, because I think he was like giving her shit about it.
for her apology was, well, nobody knew. So the comments section turned into a fun fact competition. I just wanted to know why she was apologizing, but instead I learned about how honey never spoils and some SpongeBob guy was sold for 62 cents. Wow, this is crazy. But did you know that the first person convicted of speeding was going 8 miles per hour? However, unlike Pokimane's unnecessary apology, PewDiePie set the precedent for good apologies back in 2017. While streaming PUBG, PewDiePie would end up calling another player the N-word.
What a fuck.
Immediately realizing his mistake.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
But still faced backlash.
I don't mean it in a bad way. You're
PewDiePie
savage.
is over party on Twitter. I'm not saying PewDiePie is racist, but with how he said the N-word, I wouldn't be surprised if he was a slave owner in another life, prompting an apology 2 days later.
I'm really sorry if I offended, hurt, or disappointed anyone with all of this. It was something that I said in the heat of the moment. I said the worst word.
If you say it, if you got caught saying it on live, imagine what he does off camera. Bro, to be H, it's just a word, and words only have power if you give it to them. So, I mean, whatever. But some people, due to their background, take that really serious. So, you know.
I could possibly think of, and it just sort of slipped out. And I'm not gonna make any excuses to why it did, because there are no excuses for it. Being in the position I am, I should know better. I know I can't keep messing up like this. And I owe it to my audience and to myself to do better than this.
As a black guy, I didn't really find it offensive, but I appreciate his apology.
Right.
I did not mean it at all.
It's like, whatever,
I was just
bro.
upset and used the worst word that came to mind, is probably the most acceptable reasoning I've heard, and it felt genuine. In the end, he was forgiven, staying the most subscribed YouTuber for 2 more years. But though PewDiePie apologized for his own actions, David Dobrik had to apologize for his ex-team. teammate. In March 2021, the Vlog Squad leader would land in
I
trouble
heard this
when
was
a
bad.
woman he invited for a video shared her horrible experience with group member Dom Zaglitis. On the night of November 25th, my friends and I came to your house to shoot. The last thing I remember is being extremely drunk on your balcony. Apparently, you and your team bought more hard alcohol than I drank, and you, me, and my friend had a threesome, which I have no memory of whatsoever.
Oh, that's the worst, bro. And she sent this to him in message. Bro, she's getting documentation. Bruh. If you're a young buck, guys, just please be careful. You wake up the next day with her in the bed. You turn around and say, "Hey, beautiful." She opens her eyes and says, "Who are you?" You're cooked, buddy. And here comes the emails. XYZ, get ready for incrimination, buddy. Guy plus girl, that's a fair equation. Guy plus alcohol plus girl. Oh, I hope you're ready for that.
To my understanding, at some point during the threesome, I was too drunk and laid on the bed and slept. From what I've been told, my friends had to come into the room and put on my clothes, and I couldn't walk leaving your house. Despite David not being directly responsible, fans were not happy. David's got a lot of explaining to do. This isn't YouTube drama. One of the severest crimes possible was committed, and David and his whole crew need to be held responsible. In response, on March 23rd, 2021, David apologized.
I want to start this video off by saying I fully believe the woman who came out against Dom and said she was by him. I want to apologize to her and her friends for ever putting them in an environment that I enabled that made them feel like their safety and values were compromised. I didn't know what was going on in that room, and I should have been. I should have been there, and I should have been making sure that everybody involved was taken care of and wasn't uncomfortable.
He then...
Guys... It kind of sucked. That does. I'm not gonna lie. That kind of sucks. He threw a party, and depending on how many people show up, it might be difficult to supervise everybody. And if you're over the age of 18, why would you need another grown man to supervise you in the first place? Maybe I'm reading the context wrong here. I'm just looking at this from what I understand from this video specifically, but it looks like he's taking responsibility for a stupid decision that his friend did. And now he has to do the politically responsible thing and own up for his friend's mistakes. So that's tough, my boy.
And address the situation with Dom.
I made the decision to no longer film with Dom in 2019. But what I didn't do is I didn't go back to any of these women and apologize. I didn't reach out to any of these people. And that breaks my heart knowing that I was doing all this stuff and I was making all this content while there was people that were still really hurt by what I made. I'm making myself available to anyone that wants to reach out that I've hurt in the past. I want to be able to hear and understand.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'll be reaching out on my own to some people.
The sincerity won him hearts. This was very well said, David. Growth and taking accountability is part of growing up. People are saying David didn't need to apologize, but I feel like that isn't totally accurate. He's not blameless in this situation, and it's good that he's taking steps to try and right his own.
Quick question, would you take blame for somebody that you invited to your party and then that person takes advantage of somebody that was also at the party that was drinking and drunk and obviously a little tipsy? Like, ask yourself that. Would you want to do that? Probably not. You'd be like, wow, that really sucks. Why did you do that, bro? Okay, I guess I have to take responsibility for you because you were here and you did that while I was over here having fun. He was probably in a completely different room playing video games with his friends, something like that, while your friend is over here in some other back room doing XYZ. Like, bro, that would suck taking responsibility for that, if I'm being honest. Ask yourself that.
Own wrongs. By the end of the year, David was back to being one of YouTube's biggest creators before leaving the platform in May 2022 to focus on his business. But where David left YouTube for a good reason, Watcher had to apologize for theirs. On April 19th, 2024, Watcher, a channel run by ex-BuzzFeed members Ryan, Steve, and Shane, would upload Goodbye YouTube.
YouTube has never been like the perfect fit for us. I guess we just hope you guys follow us this one last time.
To our very own independent streaming service, Watcher.
You can become a member of Watcher for $5.99 a month or $59.99 a year.
You'll still occasionally see us on YouTube, but if you want to watch the full seasons of all of our content, the streamer will be the exclusive home for all of that starting.
Interesting. I watch these guys, they're funny. I do remember them posting creepy content. And then I also watch like Sam and Kobe, and obviously their channel blew up and got all kinds of views. And I noticed that these guys also had similar really great quality, but their views were just like not as crazy. And maybe they just felt like it wasn't worth it. So I can understand why you would want to move platforms to try to get the revenue that you feel like you deserve by the work that you're putting in. So I'm wondering where this is going to go.
May 31st.
To fans, this was a huge betrayal. After watching their videos for 6+ years, I feel like I just lost 2 friends in a "we're too cool to hang out with you anymore" kind of way. This feels like a breakup, and the reason was you calling me broke. Hoping to mitigate the backlash, Watcher posted an update 3 days later.
Hey everyone, last Friday we announced that we're leaving YouTube and launching our new streaming platform.
Right.
We messed up.
We've been reading the things you've been saying, and we're sorry for the way we handled this, as well as the way we communicated it.
Additionally, they also changed how Watcher TV would work.
If you want to watch our shows early and ad-free, you can catch them on the Watcher platform a month earlier. After that, you'll be able to watch our shows on YouTube for free.
Which viewers appreciated. Thank you for hearing our concerns and actually making changes. It really means a lot. The fact that you guys listened to the fans and didn't get defensive, which is a knee-jerk human reaction, but instead addressed everything, is why I love you guys. And in the end, despite losing 100,000 subscribers and hurting their audience's trust, Watcher has continued posting normally on YouTube, much like Mr. Beast, who's continued posting despite facing the biggest controversy of his career. On August 8th, 2024, Mr. Beast's former employee, Jake Weddle, would reveal his harrowing filming experience.
It was the like surviving like $10,000 every day you survive in solitary or surviving in solitary for whatever. The lights are on me all the time. I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep, and I have insomnia problems now.
I think I know which video he's talking about. If I'm right, they put him and this girl in a room, and it was just straight all white room, lights fully blasted on, straight anxiety inducing, if I'm being honest. After 6 hours of being in that room, I would probably go crazy. They couldn't watch TV, they didn't have good food, there was no games to play, there was like basically nothing that they could do in this room, and they had to stay there as long as they could to try to get the money. Yeah, you sign up for this, but is it a little inhumane to like put these people through this and then put it on YouTube? I don't, when I first saw the concept, I was like, okay, is this like too far? But then, they put up all the editing and stuff, and they make it look fun, and, they show them when they're smiling and, interacting the way normal humans interact, but they're only showing the good parts. You got like a 20-minute video while they suffered in the pods for like 60 days or something crazy like that. Like,
But they might have started there.
In addition to being unable to sleep, he had to participate in inhumane challenges.
He comes in and I'm asleep. I don't know what time it is. And I go, "What's the challenge today?" He goes, "You're gonna run a marathon." So I start running at 12, and I'm running at 3 a.m. All right, I got off the treadmill. Oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red.
It's sad too. If you really think about it, these guys are doing this because they are in lack of money. So they are quite literally doing anything they could possibly do for some cash. In my opinion, people are already down bad. And honestly, this was on some Squid Games torture yourself if you want to make money. Yeah, it was bro's decision to go in there, but geez, they just pushed the limits. And guess what? There's other game shows like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, XYZ, that would give you just as much money without doing all this crazy hurdles just to get there. Like, ugh.
I couldn't walk.
Despite this, he never got the money promised.
I did not get the 300K. He goes, think of it this way. At least you get to keep what you earned. You were in there for XYZ days. You did XYZ challenges, so you got...
What? They robbed him.
100,000 some change.
Viewers, unsurprisingly, didn't take this well.
Oh.
As someone who used to run cross-country, forcing someone who's out of shape to run a marathon after depriving them of sleep for 2 weeks is one of the most sadistic things you can do to a person. A week later, however, Mr. Beast messaged Jake. "Hey, I wanted to reach out and say I didn't mean to cause you mental stress with that video, and I apologize. You mentioned you'd like to be paid out the rest of the prize money, the other 190,000, and I'd love to make things right with you." The two then spoke on the phone to negotiate a smaller amount of money that Jake was comfortable accepting.
How about all the money he was comfortable accepting, especially because it seems like Mr. Beast is only reaching out after he got exposed. Mr. Beast, you are rich, bro. You are rich. Pay the people that you torture in your freaking videos the money they deserve. This is insane. The Mr. Beast situation is crazy. It keeps getting worse.
Counter offer, 50. You save
$140,000. You just give me 50.
But where Jake accepted the apology, viewers still weren't forgiving. I just feel like this is another move due to Jimmy's lawyer who's trying to fix his image. 1000% it's a PR move. But where Mr. Beast has yet to post an official apology, Neon's official apology only got him more hate. During a March 2024 live stream, Neon would make a sinister threat against an underage fan.
I don't give a f***, you're 10 years old. I will f*** you in the ass until you f***ing bleed, bitch. I swear to God.
This happened.
Bro is literally out of pocket. I swear I was gonna say that, and then he did this, and I was like, yeah, he out of pocket. I definitely couldn't have respect for this dude. I think I'm like a degen, but this dude's like on a whole different level. Like, bro.
After the boy made nasty comments about him and his girlfriend.
I'll beat the shit out of you and your fat girlfriend, bro. What the fuck? That fat slut. I'll smack her in her face too, bitch.
The viewers still believed Neon's response was unjustified. This is wild. How did an adult let a 10-year-old get under his skin like that?
It's called clouting for content. As a content creator, you're looking for the next thing that's going to get you views, get you clout, or whatever it is. And then Neon said this is exactly what he wants. He wanted this to be cooked up in this type of way, and he got it. And I hope you enjoy the backlash, bro.
Lol, he's forgotten he's an adult. He's talking like some kid playing Call of Duty.
He's never been, bro.
And a potential permanent ban from his streaming platform, Kick, prompted Neon to post an apology.
I made a lot of, bad
You got banned from Kick?
But that was by far one of my worst things I've ever said or done, and I want to sincerely apologize for what I said. I don't know what I was thinking. You don't want to apologize. I let a kid get in my head, and when he talked crazy to me, I blacked out, and I didn't realize what I was doing, and I want to sincerely apologize. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not that type of person.
Yes, you are. You're only apologizing because you want your money. You want your bag, bro. You want to come back to Kick and get back to it, bro. He doesn't really mean it. The context of who this person is, you automatically know that this is disingenuous. He just wants his bag, bro.
Which was instantly met with even more backlash. Has talked ish for years, yet gives a half-assed minute apology. This man threatened SUO violence against a small child. He does not need a platform. You need to grow up and be held responsible for your actions. Stop saying that you black out. Some even believed the apology was just for Kick to unban him, which seemed true when he was unbanned 72 hours later. Neon has since continued his usual degenerate behavior, earning the title of New Worst Apology.
Yeah. He's trying to be Speed 2.0. Well, W video, make sure you go check this man's out, Mr. Pexto. Do you think that all these streamers needed to apologize? Comment down below, let me know. Honestly, I'm a little out of pocket sometimes, so I hope I never have to make one of these apology videos. I'm a speak first, think later type of guy. That's tough though. Guys, I also want to say thank you so much. At the beginning of this video, I had 108 subscribers. I got 114. Guys, thank you so freaking much. This is insane, bro. That's insane. Thanks. Like, oh, wow. You're making my dreams come true. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. But until next time, I hope y'all take it easy. Have a great day, night, whatever it is. Y'all stay safe. It's your boy, AntiiUP. And I'm out.
Let's get ready to rumble.
影武士の術を